To Rag Wisdom here. I apologize in advance for this broadcast because I suffer from chronic depression, and I take medication for it. I try not to overdo that medication because I do want to feel my emotions as much as I possibly can. I don't want to become a pod person, with no emotions and nothing. But the medication I take, Zoloft, what it does, I take like 100 milligrams a day, and what it does is it takes the edge off my experience dealing with my raw emotions. Because if I'm dealing with my raw emotions, it becomes extremely, extremely unpleasant for me. I went off my medication temporarily to just see, because I had retired from my teaching job, and that's another story in itself. Because, we make institutions to make ourselves as miserable as possible. In fact, I believe that the human race is dedicated to making itself, each other, as miserable as possible. So, I worked in this school system, and I thought that I was retired now, I would be able to just get rid of that medication. And when I did, I got rid of it in a slow way, a responsible way, a little step at a time. When I started experiencing my raw emotions, it was like something you'd never want to, really. Mental illness is like it's a chemical imbalance. So when you take this medication, it balances out. And, I'm dealing with, heredity, because my mother had manic depressive psychosis, quite severe. And, of course, I don't believe my father was born with mental illness, but, after he came back from the war, he never was the same again. Of course, I just had to deal with them growing up. The chaos of growing up in my household. I still wake up screaming sometimes from that. And I did get married, and I never had any children. And I really feel sorry for my wife, because to have to marry someone who has this personality disorder, I would say, borderline personality. I do the best I can to survive, and there's a part of me that still is connected to positive aspects of my youth. My love of science fiction, monsters, reading. And I still love horror movies and cartoons today, and I still like to go out with my bicycle. I don't own a car. My wife drives the car. I don't like cars. I don't like automobiles. If I ever want to drive across country, I'll drive in one. Or if I ever go, that's okay. I don't mind. But biking, living in a natural world, a world of just where people just leave each other alone, let each other live as long as they're not hurting anything. And here I am at 66 years old, and I just see that the world we live in, the people, everybody, we're dedicated to destroying one another, to making each other miserable, to exploiting. I want to thank every person who's going out there now demonstrating against this creep, birther Trump Putin, and his GOP pieces of crap. I was watching Rachel Maddow and Lawrence O'Donnell last night, and they were showing all the demonstrations that are going on. People are becoming active. They say that the administration of this country has taken a hard right, and out in the street, out in the real world, people are taking a hard left. A hard left. I love it. I love seeing bitch McDumbbell being confronted by voters. I loved it. My local asshole congressman, Dan Donovan, here in Staten Island, he got an earful. Hundreds of people showed up. It was great. I love it. They're getting up. You are getting up into the birther Trump Putin's face. You're doing it. Fighting him every step of the way. And I want you to know that I'm with you 150%, infinity percent, to fight, to save our country from the worst scourge it's had since we were bombed on 9/11 and the Nixonian administration and Watergate and the whole and the horrible McCarthy era. Remember McCarthy? We as a nation, we have this government, this judicial, executive, representative, legislative branch. And if this bastard and his party want to destroy our country, he's going to have to fight all the way. He's going to have to chop it all the way down to the end. But the thing that's going to stop him is you, me, the people. We have no liberal party. We have no progressive party in this country, folks. And it's up to us to fight to make sure our country stays free. And we've been asleep. We've really been asleep, folks. We've allowed Citizens United and the Koch brothers. We've allowed this GOP piece of shit party to get away with murder. You're up there fighting. You're in their face. But I'm still depressed. I go through these phases where I know how it is. Some days you feel depressed, some days not. I was reading how this piece of shit has sent out a deportation force. Thousands of ICE people coming out and deporting people like we're in Nazi Germany. This asshole wants to build a wall around my free country. Let him try to build a wall. Let him try to invite Putin. Let him try to deport people. Let him continue to listen to that Nazi Bannon. And we will rise up more and more and more. But as long as that bastard occupies the White House, and as long as we allow his party to get away with murder, I keep getting depressed. And it's you folks who are up there protesting, who are getting in the face, not my President's Day protests. Going to these local congressional assholes and getting in their faces. Making it as hard on this creep as possible, because I will never accept this fascist bastard and his party as president and rulers of my country. And as long as he's there in this office, contaminating us, deporting us, persecuting us, I'm going to be depressed. But I am not going to kill myself. One, I'm a coward. Two, I got responsibilities to my wife. I don't want her to lose my insurance. And three, I have responsibilities to you.